Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto Shippuden, episode 213. What happened last time?
Last time, Sakura caught up with Sasuke. First, she knocked out her team, and then caught up with Sasuke just as he was about to brutally murder Karin, just, I guess, not really for no reason, but just because he could and he didn't want her anymore.
She knows too much. Well, because Toby said as well. But also he's like, I'm not following you. He's like, and then Toby's like,
but then he's just like,
yeah, whatever.
I'll do whatever, yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't give a fuck.
So, he was just about to do that, but then Sakura showed up. I was a little bit harsh on Sakura at first last time, but then
Definitely
come to realize that she's just doing the best she can, but I hope Kakashi shows up soon, because there is not, if they try and fight, there's not really much Sakura can do. Even though he is, like, he just fought with Danzo, so he is, like,
damaged,
somewhat weakened. Like, she doesn't have any special abilities, or, like, she can punch.
Yeah.
But with that,
we'll see. Hope you guys leave a like and subscribe if you like Naruto Shippuden. If you want to see more, you can check out Patreon. That's linked in the description. Get a week ahead. And hope you enjoy most of all. Let's go. Support the official release.
another flashback.
It's really well done this time.
Are you telling me that all the things we did together in Squad 7 mean absolutely nothing to you now?
Revoiced as well.
No, not meaningless. One thing was worthwhile, our friendship. We became best friends.
We're best friends? Why are we fighting?
I just told you, because we're friends. There's more meaning in destroying you.
That whole exchange in the original took like 5 straight minutes just for them to get that out.
You finally awake?
Oh, you're finally awake.
Okay, where am I?
You lost consciousness. You really had us all worried.
Yeah, you had a panic attack.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I almost forgot. It's been a while since we've binge watched.
Sensei inside? I see. Why'd it turn out like this?
Hey, Naruto.
Why indeed?
You should rest a little longer. Come on now.
Sasuke, here.
Hey, did you know that everyone in the Uchiha clan was killed? Yeah, I heard my father talking about it a while ago. Sasuke's the only
Whispering
one
so loud, Naruto on the other side of the room can hear it, but they don't think Sasuke can.
Because I wasn't the only one who was alone anymore. But Sasuke was so good at everything he did.
Well done, Sasuke. Excellent example.
Ha! Stuck up and a show-off. I could do that too if I wanted to, you know.
He was so different than me.
Go!
That's why I picked him to be my rival. I wanted to be just like him. Even though we were both on Squad 7, Sasuke was always a step ahead of me. The reason I trained so hard was because I wanted to catch up to him. Even just a little.
God, everything looks so
Am I
clear.
at my strongest? I just want the answer to that. Naruto, you're one of the ones I want to fight.
That made me happy. It was the
Naruto.
first time
So
Sasuke
sad.
acknowledged me as an equal.
I can't get over. Oh, I love how they reanimated that.
Because I will make it a reality.
They kept all the fucking hatch marks.
I'm going to restore my clan and destroy a certain.
Like, could you imagine if the entire show was like that? Holy shit.
So crisp.
Like, clear and, yeah,
Sasuke!
so well rendered, you know?
You die!
This is who he was talking about. The one he wanted to kill.
It's like you said, brother. I fostered my hatred for you. All this time, I've lived my life for one single purpose. To kill you! It ends here!
Sasuke, you decided to live only for revenge.
It's true that I
Even
was
this
given
looks
a
so much better.
mission to find and eliminate Sasuke.
And they have the widescreen. They didn't have the widescreen then.
I'm through following
I don't know much about you, Sasuke, but Naruto and Sakura are willing to risk everything. All for you. They don't want to lose their connection with you. They would give anything to protect those bonds. I might not understand it clearly, but you, Sasuke, you must understand it.
You're right. I did understand. That's why I severed them. You see, I have a different bond now. Between my older brother and me. It's the bond of hatred.
God, it looks so good.
What about the bond between Sasuke and me?
Honestly, I'm okay with the flashbacks right now. I don't know about you.
Just because they look so good.
They look so good. Like, the widescreen's really helping. They're, like, really using it to their advantage.
You won't be able to make a scratch on my forehead.
Next to me, you're embarrassed about how weak you are. Isn't that right?
The first one.
Please, stop this.
That's, like, top 5. Why does that keep happening in the autofocus? That's top 5 favorite moments for me in the whole fucking series. It's so good.
Wait, can't stop.
And they both wanted to stop in that moment, you know? I love how Sakura just keeps
Just
going.
keeps going.
Orochimaru has already acquired the immortality jutsu.
Such a good moment. They cut out the first part where they were both like... And then when he puts back on the headband and then gets the other Tomoe, so dope.
Strong.
Because the bond is like stronger in that moment, so then it fuels like the emotion in
Yeah.
You know
him.
the pain of solitude in just the same way that I do.
Remember how crazy it was when
Oh
this happened?
my god. It was right after Sasuke pile drived him into the ground and thought that he killed him and was literally throwing
Yeah.
up. Oh,
Perfect setting for this
Final
fight.
Valley. Mamoru Uchiha. Am I supposed to care when he says to the nine-tailed fox, yet he knows what the Final Valley is?
And all our fights.
This is reanimated too. I wonder what they're gonna do. Ooh. Similar. Are they gonna do the thing where it... Yeah. Don't know what that's about.
It's magic.
It's magic, but like, we've seen far more powerful attacks. Yet for some reason. Just kind of weird.
How are you feeling? I had to make some rice porridge for you. Eat. It'll help you get your strength back.
Yamato.
I was dreaming about Sasuke.
You're going to come back to the village with me, Naruto. That's a direct order from Kakashi. I'm sorry, Naruto.
I love how
Let Kakashi
instantly.
handle Sasuke. Got it?
Fine. Let me rest some more. Then we can head back to the village.
You really should eat something, you know? You need to keep up your strength.
No thanks. I'm not hungry.
Is it just me, or is this like so good for some reason right now? Am I the only one like really enjoying what, like, even though it's just flashbacks and like,
It's good.
I'm just I'm really engaged. I just want to throw that out there.
Understand his feelings.
Even I'm able to see that there's entirely too much hate in this shinobi world of ours.
There's too much hate?
I've always wanted to do something about all of this hatred. I'm just not quite sure how to go about it as of yet. But I truly believe that eventually the day will come when all people will understand one another and live in harmony.
The popsicle.
To me,
Dry is so good.
Harvey Sage was irreplaceable.
That episode was so good. Do you remember that whole arc of that episode? Like how, like it was the whole episode was about like fatherhood and like Naruto wanting a dad, and he saw that
That's why.
the father and son like in the market like getting a popsicle together, and
Jiraiya boy has died in battle.
Jiraiya was even like, I'm not your dad, and
Yeah.
I'm not your friend. I'm your master, and you need to like respect me. and just work harder. I'm not gonna lead you by the nose to everything. Stop following me around, you fucking kid. And then,
Losing a bond.
yeah, just the whole dynamic, and they managed to capture that entire emotion around the popsicle like in one episode. It was really good.
Naruto, come on, let's go.
I love how you already know.
I really don't feel like going outside right now.
It's a
Give me
tape
little
recorder,
longer, will you?
Ferris Bueller style.
He still hasn't caught on that I'm just a shadow clone.
Oh my god, he cut a hole in the floor.
What a douche! After Yamato, it has to like repair the entire thing, or already did. Oh, he's going.
He's
fucking
long
outta there.
gone.
Seeing a snowy place like this,
It's
like
so
the Land of
interesting.
Iron, is so cool. Oh, he's Sage Mode. He went Sage Mode. He went Sage Mode so he can find them. Pain.
Unless you come to know the exact same pain, you can't truly comprehend someone else. And even if you comprehend them, you may not truly understand them.
See how it's all coming together with Sasuke? Never put it together like that, did you?
That is why it's useless for you to chase after Sasuke.
It's still funny he said that.
Sasuke is no longer the boy that you knew long ago.
Sasuke chose this path all on his own. The first thing is for you to give up on Sasuke.
At the end of part 1.
Shinobi, you need more than strength in jutsu. You must become
I didn't know
smarter.
Pain knew about
The longer that
Sasuke.
you're a fool, the harder it'll
Did
be
Naruto
for you to
tell
become a
him?
shinobi.
No.
No.
If being smarter means what you say it does, I'll remain a fool my entire life.
That was such an epic moment.
That was
Sage,
the
I
perfect,
guess I'm a
like,
big fool
conversation
after all.
to end the part on.
Kakashi-sensei's chakra.
Found it. Oh shit, he's closing in.
Sakura,
This is such a good
don't do
episode.
anything reckless.
I'm not
Shit,
sure.
too late.
This is just conjecture, but I think Sakura.
And I love that Sai is such a good character now, too.
I know, Sai's really good.
Like when he came into Tsunade's tent that time. The show's really fucking coming into its own, man. I love it.
Shoulder the entire burden of the Uchiha's hatred and intends to strike deep into the world with that curse. That hate is his most powerful weapon, his friend, and the source of his power. That is Sasuke's ninja way.
You've always been naive, Naruto. Tell me, do you know my thoughts? What's on my mind?
Sasuke, no, I really understand how you feel, but it's like to have a close pawn ripped away.
It's so
You just said you consider Sasuke to be like a brother to you. What if Sasuke were to attack the Hidden Leaf Village? What would you do then?
It's funny that Itachi was considering that.
There's just no way that Sasuke would ever do
Even
something
then.
like that.
Itachi
Sasuke
clearly
is
thought
still
of
like
everything.
him. He can easily be dyed into any color. If he resists, would you be able to stop him?
It's also so funny that like he says that about Sasuke. I don't know.
Could you weigh Sasuke against the Hidden Leaf on a set of scales?
I would defend the village, and I'd find a way to stop Sasuke without killing him.
Like that he
You're
says
such
that
a child.
Sasuke's
All
just
your
a
tales are
blank
nothing but mere
canvas.
fantasies.
Can be dyed to any color.
Shinobi must be capable of making very harsh decisions.
We'll brand the Akatsuki as wanted criminals. Once we do, not only I, but the whole world will hunt Sasuke down. You bow your head for a criminal and beg mercy to keep your comrade safe? In the shinobi world, that is not friendship.
And if you've truly resolved to become a kage, then you're going to have to do what needs to be done as Sasuke's friend.
Put him down like a fucking dog. Basically is what he's
I don't
saying.
know what the right thing to do is anymore.
You hidden leaf brat. Think more deeply on what it is you are. The shinobi world is not so indulgent as to suffer fools.
You must decide for yourself what you can do for Sasuke. Think hard on that.
That's why Gaara's fucking Kazekage, that shit right there.
They're really going all out with the music of this episode.
I love it. It's the Akatsuki theme as
I
well.
know the answer.
An entire episode of flashbacks.
Second in a row, actually.
Yeah, 2 in a row.
This one was definitely
This
better
one was
than
way
last
better.
one. The last
This one was
was
way better.
kind of not that great.
It's good, like, they even did that in part 1. There's, like, multiple renderings. There's, like, 5 different versions of the same scene at this point.
I think that was better for you than it was for me.
You didn't like it?
I liked it,
I
but
love
you
that.
were like
I love
you were
that
like
so much.
really into it.
It's just seeing everything laid out like that is so it's important. I
they
think.
did a really good job at like selecting actual relevant material, which is good and what makes a good flashback episode, rather than like, oh, we're just gonna pick like every single time
that is vaguely relevant to what's happening.
But they did a good job of like just keeping the important stuff. Some stuff that was like,
and they framed it in the context of Naruto trying to figure it out.
That's
what's important.
It was more from his perspective, not just, oh yeah, remember all those times Naruto versus Sasuke? It was like, no, Naruto is thinking about, like, early on, then he's thinking about this, like, other things. He's thinking about Sai doing stuff. Like, he's not just thinking, oh, that time that I saw Sasuke, he's, like, remembering Sai's speech. Like, when they found him there. And like remembering all the stuff with Jiraiya and being like, okay, well, I couldn't understand Sasuke before, but now that I've lost Jiraiya, who is like the closest thing to a father that I ever had.
Not true. Forget about Iruka. Forget about my main man Iruka.
Okay, I guess Iruka, but like, did Iruka go off with just Naruto for like 3 years and like one-on-one train with him while traveling around?
In a way, not while traveling around, but he took special interest in Naruto and hung out with him after hours.
That's true.
Really checked up on him and made sure that he was good, and it was his assignment from the Hokage originally. But eventually he did take special interest in him.
But he didn't lose Iruka.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
No, yeah, he didn't lose Iruka.
Careful
so
now.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I think there's multiple things. I think he was talking about Jiraiya, but he was also just talking about Sasuke, about the fact that losing Sasuke allows him to understand him more. Like, having that pain allows him to understand one another, and even if you understand pain, you may not truly be able to, even if you comprehend one.
But even just losing Sasuke wasn't enough to make him actually understand Sasuke. Like, losing...
No, not that. It's the combinations of things, and that's why this episode's good, and that's why I really liked it. It's that it's not just that. It's not just Jiraiya. It's everything, and everything is so connected, and that's why the Pain arc is so good, and why Pain is such a great fucking character. It's because that is like a perfect fucking summation of the entire theme of the story, and trying to understand each other. That's what it's all about. And the fact that he's now, that we had an episode of him digesting that, consciously putting it together while also giving us some like present thing, and like reminding us every couple flashbacks that this like his thought process going through it, and like how he's putting it together, and giving some time passing of him and Yamato in that little B story of that happening is really important, and it makes a flashback episode worth it when it is fully coherent with the current plot. It's not a sidetrack. It is perfectly exactly what is happening, and it's just shown to us. They could have skipped over it. They could have made it more brief, but if they're going to take a full episode, I wish they didn't take 2 episodes, but having it from the 2 different perspectives. I think the soccer one was less needed. This one's very important, because it connects the newer shit, like all the stuff that just happened, to everything that had happened before, and
because they take all the part 1 stuff, but like recontextualize it with what Naruto has since learned.
Yeah, and recently all the conversations with the Raikage and Gaara and Sai, and
Itachi as well,
and connecting that with exactly what Jiraiya said early on. Like, he just had the same conversation with Gaara as he had with Jiraiya. It's just that it's taking it further, and he's having to face the greater magnitude of the same challenge. As Jiraiya was like a sage. He was like giving him advice of like, I mean, it's not Naruto's ninja way to give up, as was shown there, but like, it's not as difficult, it's not as easy to say, I'm just gonna keep trying this time. He's got to really find a way to make that a real answer and a real path forward. He has to be more mature about it, because he's not a fucking kid anymore. And
he can't just keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
Yeah, so he has to really think about it.
The same thing would just be going in there and be like, Sasuke, you were like my brother.
I'm dragging you back to the village.
You're coming back to the village right now. Like, he's already tried that multiple times, and it has zero effect.
It's a good attitude to just, you know what, even if all the odds are stacked against me, even if the Pain route of this is a clear and logical path forward. If I'm like, it's very admirable to be like, fuck that. I'm gonna make it work with the best, with my best intentions. That's admirable, but you need to take that further when you're dealing with the real world, when you're dealing with something so complicated, and he's really having to, put that together himself, and us seeing that is really important. It's a really, that's why I think this episode's really important, and the fact that they reanimated and revoiced almost everything, and didn't and made it better. They made it so everything looks so clear and crisp.
I guess doing that and taking the time to actually do that is shows that it was necessary, not just, oh, we're running out of time, so we're gonna shove all this random shit in there.
Yeah. The fact that they spent so much time and energy and money on this episode proves to me that it's a necessary piece of the overall pie. It's not just filling time. It's not just stalling to get to the next fight or whatever the fuck. It's the fact that they spent so much on this proves to me that they care about the character arc that Naruto is going through, and the struggles that he's going through right now. It's fucking dope. It's really awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like it.
Anything else you want to say?
I guess Naruto's running after them.
Yes. I could do this, but I can't. Which is
scary, and he can sense Kakashi coming up, so he's obviously coming up on Kakashi, but who knows where he is in relation to Sakura, and it's kind of a scary situation, but it would be interesting to see all of them show up against Sasuke, kind of Team 7 reunited again.
Yeah.
But
we'll see.
Sad.
Anything else you want to say?
That's it.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe if you like Naruto Shippuden. If you want to see more, you can go to Patreon. Link in the description to Patreon and get a week ahead, as well as Uncuts. Hope you enjoyed most of all. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.